Good day everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're journeying to one of the most remote corners of the globe, Pitcairn Island. Ever heard of it? It's a speck of green in the vast blue Pacific and home to a community tougher than an Asgardian shield wall. Picture this: crystal clear turquoise waters, lush green hills, and a population smaller than a football team. Sounds idyllic, right? But hold your seahorses, because life on Pitcairn is anything but ordinary. Get ready to meet the descendants of the legendary HMS Bounty mutineers, explore a land frozen in time, and discover what it takes to survive on an island with no airport, no hospital, and more challenges than a game of Ragnarok. Let's rewind the clock back to 1789. The HMS Bounty, a British ship, was sailing the high seas when bam, mutiny. The crew, led by the infamous Fletcher Christian, seized control and set the captain adrift. Now these weren't your average disgruntled sailors. They were looking for paradise. They found it in Pitcairn Island, a volcanic outcrop so remote, so hidden, that they figured they'd live out their days undiscovered. Fast forward to today, and Pitcairn is still home to the descendants of these mutineers. We're talking a population smaller than a school bus, folks. About 40 to 50 people clinging to this rock in the middle of nowhere. The younger generation's been leaving in droves for better opportunities, leaving the population smaller than ever. It's a battle against the odds, a shrinking population on an island lost in the vast Pacific. So, you're thinking of booking a trip to Pitcairn? Well, pack your patience and a whole lot of Dramamine, because getting there is an adventure in itself. Forget your fancy airports and direct flights. Pitcairn is about as accessible as Thor's hammer after a heavy night of mead. To reach this isolated paradise, you'd first need to hop on multiple flights to French Polynesia. And then comes the fun part, a 32-hour boat journey across the vast Pacific Ocean. That's right, you'll be bobbing along with the waves, praying to the sea gods for good weather. Supply ships arrive every few months, making stocking up a military-grade operation. Emergencies, let's just say you better hope it's nothing a bit of coconut oil and a good lie down can't fix. It's isolation on a whole other level, mate. In the age of instant messaging and emails that fly across the world faster than Thor's hammer, Pitcairn Island marches to the beat of its own drum. We're talking old-school communication, folks, with a charming little twist. Welcome to the smallest post office in the world. This one's run by a single employee who's got more stories than Odin himself. Imagine rocking up to this tiny outpost, surrounded by the endless blue of the Pacific, to send postcards to your mates back home. But it's not just about sending letters and parcels. This little post office is a lifeline for the island. It connects them to the outside world, keeps them supplied, and even brings in a tidy sum thanks to their rare and collectible stamps. So next time you're firing off a quick text, spare a thought for the good folks of Pitcairn Island, keeping the art of letter writing alive and well. Alright, forget your fancy credit cards and online banking, because on Pitcairn Island, it's cash or nothing, mate. That's right, you won't find a single ATM or bank on this island. It's like stepping back in time to a world before digital currency and contactless payments. So how do the locals handle their finances, you ask? Well, they've got a system that's as old as time itself, bartering. Fish for veggies, fresh fruit for some carpentry work. It's all about trading goods and services, just like their ancestors did centuries ago. Now, if you're a tourist brave enough to venture to Pitcairn, make sure you arrive with a wad of cash. And I'm not talking about your fancy euros or American dollars. They deal in New Zealand currency here. Imagine a place with no police sirens, no jails, and where the closest thing to a courtroom is a community meeting under a palm tree. Welcome to Pitcairn Island, where justice is served with a side of island time. You see, with a population smaller than a jury, they've got a unique way of keeping things in order. Forget your lawyers and judges. On Pitcairn, it's all about community and mutual respect. Disputes are settled through good old-fashioned conversations, where everyone gets their say. It's like a family meeting, but with slightly higher stakes. The island is governed by a council, a group of elected residents who wear more hats than Thor after a particularly wild night. It's a testament to the power of community, where trust and understanding trump the need for strict laws and punishments. Alright, let's talk about power, and I don't mean Thor's hammer. On Pitcairn Island, electricity is a precious commodity, more valuable than a chest full of Asgardian gold. Forget your 24/7 power grids, folks. Here, electricity flows for only a few hours each day, powered by a delicate dance between temperamental diesel generators and a smattering of solar panels. Imagine this. The sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, and like magic, the lights flicker on. But don't get too comfy, because those lights won't stay on all night. Living with limited electricity means embracing a simpler way of life. It's a far cry from our always-on, energy-guzzling world, but it's a way of life that teaches valuable lessons about conservation and appreciating the simple things. Forget your fancy private schools and sprawling university campuses, because on Pitcairn Island, education is a one-room affair. Picture this: a single classroom perched on a hilltop, overlooking the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Inside, a lone teacher, armed with boundless patience and a whole lot of creativity, guides students of all ages through the wonders of knowledge. It's a far cry from the standardized tests and overcrowded classrooms of the outside world. Here, education is tailored to the individual, with a healthy dose of practical life skills thrown in for good measure. From fishing and farming to navigation and boat repair, these kids are learning what it takes to survive and thrive on one of the most remote islands on Earth. And if they dream of pursuing higher education, well, that requires bidding farewell to their island home and venturing out into the wider world. A journey as daunting as it is exciting. Alright, let's talk healthcare, or rather the lack thereof. Now, I've battled frost giants and intergalactic warlords, but even I wouldn't want to face a medical emergency on Pitcairn Island. Why? Because hospitals and clinics are as rare as a decent cup of coffee in Asgard. That's right, on Pitcairn you're responsible for your own well-being. Got a sniffle? Whip up some herbal tea with plants passed down through generations. Sprained your ankle? Better hope that elders' bone-setting skills are up to scratch. It's a world of self-reliance and traditional remedies, where a doctor's visit is a luxury reserved for the occasional boat trip to New Zealand. G'day, mate. Fancy a chinwag in Pitcairnese? Don't worry, I can't understand it either. It's a linguistic cocktail as unique as the island itself. Imagine a language that's a delightful blend of 18th century English, seasoned with a sprinkle of Tahitian words and a dash of nautical jargon for good measure. That's Pitcairnese for you. It's a language passed down through generations, a living testament to the island's extraordinary history. But here's the catch. It's hanging on by a thread, mate. With each passing generation, the fear of this unique dialect fading away grows stronger. But fear not. Language warriors are hard at work, recording conversations, documenting vocabulary, and fighting tooth and nail to preserve this linguistic treasure. So we've journeyed across the vast Pacific, explored a land frozen in time, and met the resilient people who call Pitcairn Island home. We've seen firsthand the challenges they face: extreme isolation, limited resources, and a way of life that's a world away from our own. But amidst these challenges, we've also witnessed something truly remarkable: the unbreakable spirit of the Pitcairn people. It's a spirit of self-reliance, of community, of finding joy in the simplest of things. Pitcairn Island may be a world away, but the lessons it teaches us about resilience, community, and the importance of human connection resonate far beyond its shores. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into life on Pitcairn Island, a place where time seems to stand still, where the rhythm of life is dictated by the ocean's tides, and where the human spirit knows no bounds. It's a place that challenges our perceptions of what it means to live, to survive, and to thrive. What did you think of this extraordinary island? Would you dare to embark on a journey to this remote corner of the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this adventure, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing journeys, and don't forget to share this with your mates.